Hello and welcome to another Radical Red Challenge run. We're doing region runs and today we're in Alola. One legendary and no mons I've used in previous runs. This is the team I'm going to use. We have Vikavolt holding the choice specs with incredible special attack. We have the best mon on the game, Incineroar, with Intimidate. And a pretty standard moveset. With the Citrus Berry, got Throat Spray Primarina with the Liquid Voice and Perish Song for later in the run. We've got Necrozma as our legendary, with Leftovers, Palisand, with Stealth Rocks, and a Leftovers Komodo with Soundproof, who's going to set up Sweep on some of the fights. Our first battle is of course against Lorelai's water team with the Ogerpon and the Politoed. We do get the Intimidate off on the Ogerpon, lowering its attack, as the Politoed always goes for Haze when we run Intimidator. We are able to take out the Ogerpon with Fake Out Bug Buzz and force in the Iron Bundle. Hydro Pump does one-shot our Incineroar, but it did what he needed to do, as Vikavolt's able to get a big hit off on Iron Bundle, bring it down to a Sash, as we send out our Komodo. Here we are able to see our Vikavolt go down to a Hydro Pump as we use Clangorous Soul on our Komodo, don't take much from the Scald, and gain a bit of HP back with Leftovers. We send out our Primarina, who's going to be able to finish off the Iron Bundle with an Aqua Jet as we Drain Punch the Politoed, get all our HP back as it goes for Scald again. We're now healthy with our Komodo, meaning we should be able to live any one hit. The Swampert goes for Earthquake, finishes off the Politoed for us. We Drain Punch, get some HP back. Hyper Voice finishes off the Swampert thanks to the Liquid Voice, making it Water type and it being in the rain, leaving just the Walking Wake and the Kyogre left. I do go for the Dragon Claw on Walking Wake. We one-shot Water Spout from Kyogre, finishes off Primarina, but Komodo survives. We send out our Necrozma, who we know should be able to take one hit, and we're able to get some damage off on Kyogre with the Drain Punch, weaken that Water Spout. Photon Geyser is going to be able to finish off the Kyogre and we beat Lorelai. Up next is Bruno, who leads with his Infinite. We lead Primarina, we have Perish Song, so Infinite's going to be clicking Taunt, we have the Hyper Voice for free, we have Priority in Aqua Jet, which means no rocks on our side of the field, while also getting to +1 with our Primarina. I do switch though to Palisand, because on the Behemoth Blade, I was predicting Wild Charge. Oh well, Palisand took unnecessary damage, but then we can switch into Incineroar, who takes the Behemoth Blade a lot better. I do switch out again on the close combat, and then back into Incineroar to cycle through the Intimidates. Now Zacian is -1. It's a lot less threatening, even if it does Swords Dance. We're able to get a big Flare Blitz off, get our Citrus Berry to proc, cycle through one more time, with Palisand. Let Palisand go down. Send out our Primarina, who should be able to finish off the Zacian with an Aqua Jet. It does. And force out Lucario. Lucario is going to do a lot of damage to us, but it's Swords Dance first. We're able to get a massive Hyper Voice off, Aqua Jet, but we don't quite have enough to finish off Lucario. It lives on 1, probably a range. Thankfully, we have Fake Out on Incineroar, so it's no big deal, and we can take it out next turn. The Komodo then comes out, and I switch into Vikavolt on the Aura Sphere. As we resist, we're not able to hit it for good damage, but we can Volt Switch to get a bit of chip damage on the Komodo as it uses Clanging Scales. We're then able to send out Necrozma as the Komodo switches out into Urshifu, predicting the Psychic move. Once again, Incineroar's Intimidate is super useful, meaning even with the Swords Dance it's only at +1. I did go for Parting Shot, just in case I lived. I had no chance to live, but I didn't have a great switch in. I send out Komodo. We do end up living the close combat, thanks to Incineroar's Intimidate. Drain Punch a lot of our HP back, and Iron Valiant comes in. I do end up sacking Vikavolt here, because I might need Komodo later in the fight, and send out our Necrozma, who's able to take a Moonblast pretty well, Photon Geyser in return, and almost one-shot the Iron Valiant. Not quite. Thankfully, we live another Moonblast, take it out next turn, and take out the Fairy. This leaves the Komodo to come in. It outspeeds us, finishes off our Necrozma, but we have our own Komodo in the back, who's able to Drain Punch for a bit of HP back, and then Dragon Claw on the next turn to finish it off. Agatha is of course next. We're going with the same plan as before. Hyper Voice with Primarina into Aqua Jet, meaning we take 0 damage from the Zoroark, because it always goes for Taunt, because it sees I have a status move. Golden Go then comes in. We switch to Palisand, predicting the Thunder Wave. We get the prediction right this time, but Shadow Ball does a lot of damage in return, and we Hex to get some damage off. Shadow Ball takes us out. I didn't really need Palisand for this fight, because all of Agatha's Mons can hit us for super effective damage. Send out Vikavolt, who is able to take a Shadow Ball a little bit better. Finish off the Golden Go with Volt Switch, and then send out Komodo. Marshadow comes in. Seeing Marshadow in, I know I can't set up. Just go for Dragon Claw, break the Focus Sash, and then send in Incineroar to negate that Bulk Up attack boost. We are then gonna Parting Shot on the Bulk Up to keep the Marshadow manageable, because while it's boosting its defense is still boosted, I think it's only +1 attack, which means Primarina is able to live the hit, Moonblast, and take out the Marshadow. Gengar then comes in. I didn't have a great switch, so I just Aqua Jet for a bit of damage, and a bit of chip. Sludge Wave obviously takes us out. But then I can send in my Necrozma. Force the Gengar to switch as Chi-Yu comes in. I do switch once again to Incineroar. Intimidate doesn't matter, Chi-Yu's a special attacker, but we don't take that much damage from the Flamethrower. Get a Fake Out off. Get our Citrus Berry. And knock off the Chi-Yu's Charcoal. We're then able to Parting Shot, weakening the fish, and sending out our Komodo. We're now able to tank a Psychic a little bit better. Click Clanger's Soul. We have enough HP thanks to the Parting Shot and the knockoff, lowering Chi-Yu's damage output. Finish off the Chi-Yu. Gengar goes for Nasty Plot and gets a bit greedy. We're able to take it out with Dragon Claw, leaving just the Roaring Moon. Fortunately we outspeed, Dragon Claw takes it out, and we beat Agatha. We make our way over to Lance, who is the final member of the Elite Four. We're against his Aerodactyl team, so once again, Primarina can just go Hyper Voice, Aqua Jet, and prevent rocks going up on our side of the field. Melmetal comes out. We know it's going for Thunder Punch, but I still want to go into Incineroar. On the off chance it goes for Double Iron Bash. It ended up going for Double Iron Bash, and we get lucky. We don't take too much damage, thanks to the Intimidate. Fake Out for a bit of chip, and then Parting Shot out to make it -2 attack. Send out my Palisand, who takes an Earthquake really well. We go for the Will-O-Wisp. He switches to Dragonite, and we get a burned Dragonite. We're able to set up the Stealth Rocks, because Dragonite's not going to be able to do too much damage. Even so, I want to keep it weak with it Dragon Dancing, so I do go back to Incineroar, get the Intimidate off, and once again, Parting Shot. Keeping the Dragonite weak is important, because as it keeps going for Dragon Dance, we are weakening it down with the burn, slowly but surely. We're then able to go into our Palisand yet again. As it Dragon Dances, we go for the Hex, do massive damage, and it's going to go down to one last tick of burn, as Incineroar intimidates one last time. We don't take too much damage, staying above 50% HP, as Dialga comes in. I do just go for Parting Shot here, because I know Dialga's going for Roar of Time. Go straight into our Primarina, who it doesn't affect. Flash Cannon is the only move Dialga can hit us with. We go for Perish Song, put the Dialga on a timer, and then switch out to Incineroar, because we know Flash Cannon's coming. Unfortunately, Dialga also switches out, and Melmetal comes out. We Parting Shot straight away. We know Earthquake's coming, and Palisand takes it, and we can get the Will-O-Wisp off on the next turn, really limiting what Melmetal wants to do. We don't take too much from Double Iron Bash, but I do want to preserve Palisand, so we switch to Komodo, because we might be able to take this opportunity to set up. I go for the Clangerous Soul on the burned Melmetal. We don't take too much from Double Iron Bash, staying relatively healthy, and thanks to the leftovers and the Drain Punch, we're going to get a lot of HP back. The Melmetal goes for Double Iron Bash again, It gets a crit, meaning we can't click Clangar's Soul again, and we just have to go for Drain Punch. The Iron Jug then comes in. We get a bit of chip thanks to the Stealth Rocks, a Drain Punch for some more HP back, as it goes for Aeroblast. We live thanks to the HP we gain back, Drain Punch again, and finish it off. The Dialga comes back out. I switch straight back into Primarina, going for the same plan again. We're going to click Perish Song and put Dialga on a timer. I do want to keep Primarina healthy, well, alive, because then I've got a free switch into Roar of Time, and I can guarantee what move Dialga's going to go for. We fake out for one more turn to get the Dialga's countdown to 1. Parting Shot out just in case he switched. He does, into the Salamence. We lower the Salamance's attack. And we send out our Palossand. This is just in case Salamence gets greedy and decides to go for Dragon Dance. I was going to try and get a Will-O-Wisp off. Oh look, he got greedy and went for a Dragon Dance, so he got a Will-O-Wisp off and burned the Salamence. He then goes for Double Edge, takes us out, but now I'm not as worried about the Salamence. Send out my Vikavolt, who's able to live a Double Edge, Volt Switch out, into Incineroar, and all that's left is the Dialga. I do Parting Shot, and because we went first, we know it's going to be Roar of Time, so we can send in Primarina for free. Thanks to the lowered special attack, we should live this hit. We do, get the Perish Song off, and now we're able to switch around a little bit and watch as Dialga is going to go down to the Perish Song. It Flash Cannons me, doesn't do too much damage, we fake out, lower the timer, Parting Shot, into Primarina, one last time, as Dialga can't hit us with Roar of Time, and the Perish falls to 0, and we beat Lance, and make our way through to the champion. We lead with Incineroar, against the Pheromosa, fake out, break the sash. It should go for close combat, so we switch straight to Palossand. Take no damage, get the Stealth Rock set up, as it U-turns out. Yveltal comes out, which is not great, but and I end up going into Incineroar here. Intimidate doesn't matter. Well, it does have Sucker Punch, so we are lowering the damage of Sucker Punch, but it mainly attacks specially. We get a Fake Out off on Yveltal, go through Oblivion Wing, we're able to get our Citrus Berry to get healthy again, Parting Shot out, and lower the special attack and the attack even further. Send out our Primarina, who resists Dark, so means no Dark Hole. Set up the Perish Song yet again on the Yveltal. Incineroar comes back in, as Yveltal keeps going for Oblivion Wing, trying to stay healthy. We fake out, get the timer down, as Yveltal finally goes for Dark Hole. Does take out our Incineroar, but we trade our Incineroar for the Yveltal, which is a worthwhile trade. I can then send out my Necrozma as the Metagross comes in. Send out Vikavolt, who dodges the Meteor Mash and a Fire Punch comes in. We Volt Switch out with our Vikavolt, do massive damage to Metagross, and switch in our Palossand. Meteor Mash lands, does massive damage, but we land our Will-O-Wisp, really limiting what Metagross wants to do. He goes for Meteor Mash again, we kill with Hex, and take out the Mega. Ditto then comes in. It could lock itself into anything, well, either Earth Power or Hex. It chooses Hex, probably the best move it can lock itself into, so we switch into Komodo, take the opportunity to Clangerous Soul, and boost all our stats. Seeing how much damage Hex did, I'm able to Clangerous Soul again, and get even more boosted. I didn't want to go again, just in case. Dragon Claw is enough to take out the Ditto. We outspeed the Pheromosa thanks to the second boost, which means we're gonna be able to outspeed Miraidon as well. We have the super effective Dragon Claw, which is gonna one-shot, leaving just the Eternatus. Once again, we outspeed thanks to the +2, Dragon Claw one-shots, and we beat the champion with our team from Alola. Overall, a pretty well-rounded team. I didn't rely on one more than others. They all had the purpose. Although if I did have to say one MVP, it would probably be Primarina for the Perish songs. Landed up both Dialga and gained the kill, and gain it on Yveltal as well. But up next is going to be Galar. So goodbye.